Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's another day, another video, and today we're going to make kangumu, or what we call half cake. Half cake, or what we call kangumu. Yeah, for this recipe you need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and to this you're going to add half a glass of powdered milk. If you don't have powdered milk, that's okay, you'll just double your milk when it's time to use the other milk. Yeah, so if I say half a cup of milk, you're going to use a whole cup if you didn't have powdered milk. And then you're going to use half a teaspoonful of baking soda and half a teaspoonful of baking powder to make a whole teaspoon. Yeah, if you don't have baking powder, you can just use baking soda, a teaspoon of baking soda, and then you just mix it and set aside. Then you're going to mix the wet ingredients. You're going to add your half cup of sugar, and then 1 egg, and then you're going to use a quarter cup of oil, which I kind of found that was too much, so you can use less of it. And then you're going to add half a cup of milk and mix. Don't overmix it. I'm also going to add a teaspoonful of vanilla essence, and then mix. Don't overmix it. For this dough, we don't want to overmix it. So if you want, you can replace the oil with margarine or butter. Just add a tablespoon of oil, and then the rest of it you can add your butter. Then we're going to take our flour, our dry ingredients, and then slowly just add the liquid mixture into it. And as I said, do not overmix this dough. You just need everything to get combined, but you don't want it to be as soft as the mandazi one or the chapati one. You need it to be a bit tougher. So yeah, like I had said, the oil was a bit too much for this one, so I ended up adding a little bit more of the flour because the liquid ingredients were more. So you can use 2.5 cups of flour instead. So yeah, again, do not overmix the dough, just enough for the flour to be incorporated into the mixture, but not too mixed up. So I will knead this for about 2 minutes on the countertop, and that's it. And then I'll cover it and set it aside to rise for about 30 minutes. And yeah. So this is the most important part about cooking half cakes. For half cakes to be crunchy and well done on the inside, you are supposed to use close to cold oil. Okay, what do I mean to say? Okay, what you do, you pre-boil your oil as you need your dough, and then you let it cool completely to a point where it is just warm. As you can see, as I put my half cakes inside, there were no bubbles produced. That is what you want. You want them to remain at the bottom for as long as they can, okay, and just cook with the lowest heat that that is possible with your cooker, okay? Yeah, so this requires a lot of patience to wait until the half cakes rise to the top, but it is the only way you get cracked up half cakes. Like, as you can see, mine have risen. It takes a while. So once they all rise like this, you're going to turn them over so that you can give the other side a chance to also rise, okay? So you will keep turning like this. Once you turn at this point, you're going to increase your heat a little bit to the medium side, and then you're just going to continue turning until it turns brown. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, seen it right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. Yeah, so that is how they turned out. At this point I was a little bit distracted by the baby. That is why they turned out a bit overcooked here, but no harm done. So after you are done with the first batch, you're supposed to wait for the oil to cool down completely before you put in the next batch. Otherwise your half cakes will turn out to be more like mandazis. So once you do the first round, wait for the oil to cool down for at least 10 minutes, such that when you put in your dough, there are no bubbles produced. I made the mistake of putting in when they are a bit hot, so don't do that. Wait for it to cool completely. Then you can cut your dough as thick as you want or as thin as you want, but the thicker the better, because it cracks better on the sides. Mine didn't crack because it wasn't that thick, okay? So I hope you have enjoyed the video. This is how they turned out. And yeah, if you try out this recipe, tag me, please. Let me see how they turned out on your end, and I hope you enjoy yourself. The small ones, the small half cakes you can see floating in the oil, I used the edges that I cut from my dough to make small tiny half cakes, and they were also amazing, making for a good snack to chew, you know, randomly around the house. So yeah, actually even make them smaller than they are in this one, and yeah, into bite-size pieces. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two. Let me know if you would want to see any other specific recipe on my channel, and I'll appreciate it so much, and I'll see you in my next video.